Hello, it is a dark episode for October the 27th, 2025. And I had a nice day. We, started off getting up very first thing, going grocery shopping, getting all that done. Then, after brekkie and all that, we headed out. Ja got some blood tests done. I think it was blood tests. Yes. Something where blood work. And then into town, I got some shoes. We got some really horrible looking passport photos, but luckily these aren't our glamour shots. These are the things that we need to present when we're in a fucking airport feeling really crappy. So hey, maybe they'll kind of look accurate. They look really shitty, but whatever. It seems like those photos are getting just worse and worse as things go along. I have some ones that were taken in a French photo booth that are look far better. I think a part of it is they put a little light screen behind you, which just makes for really the worst of worst pictures. But oh well. I don't have to look at them. Some customs agent is going to have to look at them, maybe, if I ever travel again. That's the other thing. But it's always good to have a valid passport, just in case, country comes crashing down at some point, or if I do actually want to travel somewhere, not to the United States. I haven't wanted to do that for a while now. But yes, got that done. Went to Tacofino for lunch, where it's funny that restaurants, I swear to God, it's like, okay, yes, I am getting older, but it seems like the music in restaurants has just gotten cranked louder and louder, like more and more of them. Like, there was always some restaurants that would have that, but it seems like now it's a rarity if you go to a restaurant and it's like they just have background music, just quiet music. Now it's like everything's cranked to 8, 9, and you have to kind of raise your voice to be, heard over the din. And if you're someone who's not like a super music person to begin with, it's kind of oppressive. And a part of me wonders, is this because, the inmates are running the restaurants, and there's no adults anymore who would actually continue in the restaurant business, so it's all young dudes in the back who've cranked the tunes for the thing? Or is it like a corporate directive of, it's the kind of McDonaldization of things? McDonald's, I know back in the day, it's like, let's make the seats uncomfortable, let's make it kind of just jarring enough that people will eat fairly quickly and then leave, and we can get more customers in. And I wonder if that's just been kind of just the general thing that restaurants have decided is a good thing, of like, even like, restaurants a little bit more up, that's like, yeah, crank the tunes and people will get the fuck out so we can put more bums in the seat and shovel more of our food to other people. I wouldn't put it past that is actually a corporate directive and not a poor employees who have to get bombarded by loud music all day directive, because I don't know. So the food was good. Tacofino. I recommend the food, if not the ambiance in the one that's downtown. Actually, the one in Langford, I think, actually had much better. It was actually not, the music wasn't as loud. At least it wasn't loud that day. Maybe it depends on who's working there as well. So, yes, did that. Came home, laundry got done. I got more writing done. I'm really doing a lot of background writing for my next jerk-off story, my next bit of erotica. I don't know. We'll see how much of this. It's either going to be like a novel length, or I'm going to try and chop and compress it all down into something that's still probably going to be a good number of episodes, but a little bit smaller. We'll see. But I'm writing. I'm always compulsively, probably unhealthily writing my erotica. But what else am I going to do with my life? God damn it. Yes. I don't know. It's funny. Like, I've always wanted to be a writer, and I am a writer. I write continually, just nothing that more than 4 or 5 people, perverts on the internet read. That's probably the extent of my audience. Yeah, yeah. So we watched Army of Darkness tonight, which was fun. It's not Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 definitely is, you can kind of feel the freshness. Army of Darkness, you can see that Sam Raimi is actually probably making it into the business, and that he's got to deal with larger corporations who are, going to have to take hold and try and tone things down and stuff like that. It's still remarkably silly and wacky in a way that annoyed some people at the time, and is now, the thing that he is valued and beloved for. And, all the people are wishing that they had the young, silly man back. And now he's, an older director, and that's probably not going to be the case. But yeah, fun. All right, I'm going to leave it there. More videos later.